It's not going to be making swell that will affect us. So, as I was saying earlier, today we will start, breakfast at 7 and then start operations by 8:30. We're pretty confident we'll be able to do that. For us going ashore, the biggest single question we have for our landing operations is whether or not we can cross this river. We've been pretty creative in the past for how to get across it, because we'd really love for you to be able to, but we have to take it as it comes. It's been cold, so we don't expect a lot of melt flow coming off, but we'll see. So we'll know that by the time you get to shore and advise accordingly and figure out what we can do accordingly. But what we will have tomorrow, I was mentioning about a hike, and I think I sowed a bit of confusion there. There is some might call it a hike, but there's the walk to the colony, and that's about a mile. It's over pretty even terrain, yes, crossing this river, and then a really gentle climb up to a moraine overlooking the colony. And then there's a hike in a different direction, which Tashi will take up Mount Skittle. Yes, like the candies. I have no idea how it got that name. I don't think it's, Big Rock Candy Mountain kind of thing. But that'll be like a let's move kind of hike. There's kind of 2 peaks, I think 500 meters shelf, and then another climb up. It'll depend on the group. Tashi's choice. But what you could do is go on the hike if you're keen on that, come back down, and then go to the colony, go on the hike, come back down, come to the ship for lunch, come back, go to the colony. It is certainly true that this is a place that's known, I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but this is a place that is known for winds kicking up rather rapidly. So those of us staff, you might see we're a little twitchy, like, ooh, there's a gust of wind. Does that mean it's going to start howling? We've had ourselves a couple of events where folks were stranded ashore. We had an event back in what year was that? A long time ago, where we had a group stranded ashore for 7 or 9 hours, and then eventually the winds calmed and we were able to get back in and pick up the 30-something. It was mostly staff who were ashore, like almost all of our staff, and then some guests. Nobody died. Actually, the funniest part of it was I was in the last Zodiac that was able to get back to the ship, and it was like this very stressful thing, and I had this like, gosh, I should be out there. But there was this like, I heard some folks saying, gosh, I'm so glad I'm not stranded out there, which was a very logical thing to say. But then when we finally brought them back, we, put a big stretcher out, or not a stretcher, a big sign out that was like, you did better than Scott, and all this sort of thing. Not Scott Davis, Scott, the Scott that didn't come back from back in the day, Robert Falcon Scott.